House of Representatives passed a spending bill last night, but just about everyone agrees it only makes a government shutdown more likely. It was a bill pushed through the House by Republicans.
On this vote, the yeas are 423, the nays are 0. The bill is passed, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
That bill is almost certainly dead on arrival in the Senate. It includes two measures aimed at health care. It would delay Obamacare for 1 year and does away with a tax that would pay for part of it. Now, the Senate will not meet today. That leaves just 1 day to avert a government shutdown at midnight on Monday. President Obama has vowed to veto any spending bill that changes his health care program. In his weekly address, the president told House Republicans to knock it off.
Past government shutdowns have disrupted the economy. This shutdown would too. At a moment when our economy has steadily gained traction and our deficits have been falling faster than at any time in 60 years, a shutdown would be a purely self-inflicted wound. And that's why many Republican senators and Republican governors have urged Republicans in the House of Representatives to knock it off, pass a budget, and move on.
The clock is ticking. If Congress doesn't pass a spending plan, a government shutdown could begin on Tuesday. The last shutdown was almost 20 years ago. So you may be wondering why and how things could go belly up in Washington. HLN contributor Jason Johnson is here to walk us through this. Good to see you, Jason.
Good to see you.
The Republicans are pointing fingers at Obama, saying he won't negotiate. Obama's saying enough, cut it out. I'm not budging on Obamacare. So how did we get to this point? And do you think a shutdown is inevitable?
And a shutdown is inevitable. It's going to be bad. Everybody has to brace themselves. And we got here because the Republicans sort of telegraphed a secret play too early. They basically knew that they couldn't get rid of the Affordable Care Act by voting on it, so they thought, okay, we'll wait till the last minute when there might be a budget crisis and Obama will drop it. Well, the president said, I'm not going to, and that's how we got to where we are today.
They're also saying that Obama will negotiate with Iran's president, but not with John Boehner. They're really going back and forth here. What do you think will happen before Tuesday?
I don't think much is going to happen. If you see, the bill that the Republican House just put forward was basically, in order to continue funding the government, we want you to implement Mitt Romney's platform. I mean, they added all these additional things to it, and they still want Obamacare to be dropped. So the president said no, the Senate won't pass it, and we're probably going to go into a shutdown.
So if there is a shutdown, which you think there will be, does Obamacare still get underway on Tuesday?
Yes, yes. So a lot of health and human services, they still start, but how well they work, we don't know, because you're not going to have as many people in the office. So people can still sign up for health exchanges on October 1st, but whether your things will be processed and how quickly, we don't know.
And I know that people at home are worried about the shutdown, thinking, okay, will I get my Social Security check? What government offices will be open or closed? So how will it affect the American people?
The problem is, really until this weekend, a lot of agencies didn't know who they were going to furlough. We know national parks will be closed. We know all museums will be closed. We know that some Homeland Security people will be off duty. The FBI will still be there. You might have to check your local agencies to find out who's going to be open and who isn't, because no one thought we'd get this far.
And finally, could something happen Monday before midnight that may make the shutdown not happen? They may come to a compromise.
I would love for us all to sit down and watch Schoolhouse Rock and understand how bills are supposed to work. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's very clear that the Republicans in the House, they're driving off this cliff. We're going to have a shutdown.
Jason Johnson, you're always good at breaking this down for us. We'll see what happens on Monday. Thanks so much.
Thank you.